gentlemen, and welcome to the Slasher Club, where there's no measure to terror and entertainment. Tonight, we will be doing Child's Play 3, or as I like to call it, Andy Goes to Military School. And tonight, we will have Cadet Derek here, giving you the synopsis in 3, 2, 1. Now, Cadet.
Okay, in this movie we have Andy enrolled in military school. He gets a package, and one of the child cadets decides to take that package, and now in that Chucky has been revealed by him first, that child is now the new target of Chucky.
Right. And Andy's now at military school, which we already said. He makes some friends. He gains a new girlfriend, I guess you could say. And he makes friends with a little black kid who finds Chucky. It was directed by Jake Bender. Production by Robert Lefum Brown. And David Kushner, who's been with us for every Chucky movie so far. We have written by Don Mancioni, music by Corey Larius, and John D. Andrea. Cinematography by John R. Leonetti, once again. We have Kemper Military School, Boonville, Missouri, as Ken Military School. And we have Justin Wallen as Andy Barkley, Alex Vincent as Photograph Andy Barkley. We have Jeremy Silvers as Ronald Tyler, or Cadet Tyler. We have Perry Reeves as Christine Da Silva. Brad Dorff back as Chucky, or Commander Chucky, our doll and commander. We have Dean Jacobson as Harold Aubrey Whitehurst, Travis Fine as Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Brett C. Shelton, Sir. Donna Eskra as Jackie Ivers, Da Silva's friend that also assaults Chucky in the movie. We have Andrew Robinson as Sergeant Botnick, also known as Sergeant Clippers, as I'd like to call him. Dockin Matthews as Colonel Cochran. Burke Byrnes as Sergeant Clark. Matthew Walker as Major Ellis. And back again for the second and last movie of this series for him, Peter Haskell as Mr. Sullivan. Oh, and Catherine Hicks is back in a photograph as Karen Barkley. And onto the slasher stats on the double, Cadet.
I counted a total of 7 deaths in this movie, one being Chucky in his final demise. The first was the business owner getting strangled. Second was the garbage man getting squished. The third was the general having a heart attack.
Colonel,
my bad. Fourth was the barber having a neck slash. The fifth was Whitehurst getting blown up. Sixth was the security guard being shot to the head. And 7 was Chucky getting chopped.
You missed one, Cadet.
What did I miss?
You missed Shelton getting shot.
Whoops. Forgot to add that one.
Happened right before Whitehurst. But, even though he messed up, and this is technically 7 kills to 8 kills, we will be moving on to favorite kill. Which, for me, I have to say, In honor of this young cadet, we have Whitehurst sacrifices himself, or shall we say, he takes a grenade to the chest. Which, the reason why I find this one exemplary in this movie is because the makeup, just the special effects you see in the movie right as he's blowing up, and then the makeup effects as you look into his eyes, his lifeless eyes, just, they go completely white. I have to say to whoever did the makeup, bravo. I was actually afraid he was actually dead. Which, well, technically in the movie he was. And also, it's only because he saw Chucky kill the barber, and if he hadn't done it, he would have ended the movie pretty fucking quickly. So thank you, Cadet Whitehurst. What about you?
My favorite kill has got to be the barber's neck slash.
Reason?
I find this to be my favorite because they finally did the neck slash right. Not the way they did it in the first two movies.
I mean, it was funny, but there is, I mean, yeah, you could actually see the blood leaking out. It looked like it was a neck slash, but I felt it was a little tame.
Well, tame or not, I enjoyed the humor behind it. And the reason it's my favorite was because, unlike the ones we've seen previously, like I said, this one was done correctly.
So you're saying it didn't look painted?
Exactly.
Okay. And on to Lee's favorite kill. Which for me, I mean, I would have put the garbage man, I would have put Shelton, or the security guard, but no, I have to say it has to be Colonel Cochran dies of a heart attack. I mean, like the cadet, like the rest of the personnel on site claimed, he served 2 tours in Vietnam and he drops dead out of nowhere. I mean, I get it, we know it's not out of nowhere, but you'd think someone of his stature, after being through 2 tours of Vietnam, could handle a little surprise. I mean, yeah, he was old. Yeah, it's a killer doll, but still. He's seen Viet Cong soldiers jump out at him many times. I'm pretty sure he could handle a living doll scaring him. You?
I'd actually have to agree with you on that, because I found that kill to be very disappointing. Chucky didn't technically kill him, per se, so that kind of makes it a little, disappointing, irritating.
And it's just a dumb way to bring up the kill count. I mean, we've said that for many kills, but this one, you're giving a main character, an important character in this movie, a basically easy way out. I mean, yeah, I would have enjoyed it more if it was something similar to Mr. Sullivan's death in the beginning, where Chucky's just playing with him. He hits him with 2 darts, one in the back, one in the hand, and then he strangles him, after also trying to hit him with a badly made car that blows up, and other attempts like the marbles, but here, way too easy.
You can even hear it in Chucky's voice when he's literally saying, "What the hell?" as this guy is just dropping dead.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me! word from word. That's literally what I'm thinking and what Chucky says. But, onto the facts. We had a box office of $20.5 million. It's known for the James Bulger murder conspiracy, which happened years around the same time. Two kids killed a 2-year-old, and they blamed it on this movie, but it was all not really covered up, but it was all fixed, I guess you could say. The studio defended itself pretty well, and plus, it's a killer doll movie. You can't really blame that on two kids killing a child. I mean, that's basically taking the easy way out. I mean, I'm pretty sure they did it for one of the Halloween movies. They did it for, you know what, I can't think of anyone else. I definitely know it happened for the Halloween. Oh, the Scream movies was also blamed for it once. But still, you can't blame the movies. Never blame the movies, Sid! Movies don't make killers. Killers make killers. Little callback, ladies and gentlemen, to when we did the Scream series a few months ago. Or last year. It was released 9 months after Child's Play 2 because everyone knows Universal likes to get their movies out pretty fucking early. Used computers finally to sync up Chucky's voice with the actual doll, where they'd usually just have Brad Dourif come in, say the lines, load them up into the doll, and then have Alex Vincent or the woman that played, or Catherine Hicks just come in and read with the doll as it speaks, which this was pretty high tech for their time. This is honestly Brad Dourif's least favorite movie he's ever had to do in this series. Well, I'm pretty sure there's also Halloween the remake, but yeah, I kind of have to agree. I mean, I didn't really, after watching the second movie when I was young, I didn't really think I'd want to see Chucky Goes to Military School. And plus, it was kind of shoddy. It was done 9 months after the second movie. It was just cheap as hell.
Completely rushed.
Very rushed. And again, who cares if Andy goes to military school? And bringing up a piece of that, which this is some hidden facts that I found on the trivia page of IMBD, Don Mancioni actually wanted multiple Chuckies in this movie. Which, sadly, because the movie was already over budgeted and they were rushed on time, thanks again, Universal Studios, they couldn't get it out, so they had to scrap the idea until everybody's least to okay movie, or favorite movie, Cult of Chucky. Where, yes,
why I was cracking up.
Makes sense. I mean, I would have been interested if this was an army of Chuckies going after Kent Military School, just giving us a bigger kill count, attacking, just using any way they could find with multiple Chucky dolls in a military camp. I mean, honestly, you could have just let the writer, Don, could have just used his imagination and made a really good movie. And instead, we just get this shoddy, over an hour movie about Chucky going after a black kid because Andy, it's a new body, Andy hasn't seen him yet, and because the black kid tampered with the mail. I mean, really. And one stupid thing I found out on TV, on the internet about this movie is, it's actually, one scene in the movie is actually censored. It's the scene where Chucky says, "Hey, Chucky's gonna be a bro." They censored that in the United Kingdom and parts of the United States on TV, all because he's basically saying Chucky's gonna become a black person. I guess if I called my cousin a bro, I'm basically calling him black. Is that seriously what they're saying?
How dare you?
It's just so fucking stupid, and I get it, it was 91, it was a year after it was a year or two, probably a year after the second movie, and seriously, you're worried about Chucky claiming he's going to become a black child. Would you rather he say the N-word? Oh, Chucky's gonna be an... Yeah, that would have been better than Chucky's gonna be a bro. But seriously, dumbest controversy ever. TV, MPAA, whoever the hell came up with it. But, screw it. On to the opinions. I'll let you go first.
This movie seemed entertaining in the beginning with the first kill, but it got boring as we went on. And like you said, there's a lot of stuff wrong with this, especially with the whole point that Andy goes to military school. Like, that's one of the least expected places you have him have conflict with a doll. So I'm gonna have to give this movie like a 5.
Just thinking about it hurts. Yeah, we saw Chucky fight in a mental hospital. We've seen him fight him in a social security office. We've seen him...
in a school.
Yeah, school, a factory.
His own home.
Exactly, but now we're just going into a military school. Yeah, let's see Cadet Barkley against Chucky, the killer doll.
Not to mention Chucky made the whole school kill one another.
Well, technically, no.
Well, it was accidental, but...
He tried to get them to kill each other to cover himself and gain more time with Tyler, but... I admit Shelton was a douchebag. I fucking hated his character. I couldn't wait to watch him die, but... they've done better for the jerks of movies. They killed Miss Kettlewell with a measuring stick. They killed the father by breaking his neck. They killed... Heck, even in Friday the 13th, the reboot, they literally stabbed the guy and then jammed him on the... Oh yeah, they jammed him on the back of a truck. Come on. Yeah, again, it's the 90s. They were kind of in a low moment for horror movies after the big ones of Child's Play 1, Nightmare on Elm Street, 1 and 2, Friday the 13th, 1 and 2, and I believe 3, then there, and 4. They had, God, I'm blanking. Oh, Hellraiser, The Thing, they've, Halloween 1, 2, and I believe, 3, and, I guess they were at a low point, but they could have tried harder with this movie, or at least given it a bit more time. I mean, as everyone's complained about with recent movies like Star Wars, they felt after The Last Jedi, since they were waiting until May of the next year to do Solo, a Star Wars story. I get some people would have been fatigued after seeing it and then not really interested in seeing Solo, but I mean, that's basically the exact same thing of 91 and 90. You just had Child's Play 2. Wait at least a year or more to do Child's Play 3. Give the writers some time to actually think of a story that's worthy of someone watching. But Whitehurst, I just found him a wimp. I didn't really care about his character. The new Andy Barclay, he was a better I have to say he was a better actor than Alex Vincent. No offense, Vincent. You were good as a...
He was still young. I mean, he was a child.
I mean, yeah. But you can't really give him an easy way out just because he was a child. I mean, so was a lot of the kids in Children of the Corn, and they still did a pretty good damn job. But, yeah, this kid was a better Andy Barclay, I'd have to say. De Silva, I enjoyed. I mean, for some reason, I'm usually enjoying the female characters of these movies. In this series, basically, they're just more interesting than the men. For some reason. I mean, more taste. And each girl in each movie, we don't really get much time with them, which makes them a mystery, and I actually want to find out more about Kristen De Silva. Which, funny thing, I actually had a kid in my freshman year of high school named De Silva, and we were in ROTC together. Pretty funny. But, yeah, I'd give this a 5 as well. I mean, it's not one of the better Chucky movies. Again, it's not as good as... I'd have to say it's definitely worse than Child's Play 3. I mean, Child's Play 2. Child's Play 3, you're lower than Child's Play 2.
That's interesting, because you just gave Child's Play 3 the same rating as you did with 2.
No, actually, I remember oh yeah, I gave it a 5. Honestly, I hate both movies. I'm surprised I stayed awake for these movies, for this movie last night. I just felt bored watching it, and they used the same camera work the whole time. And the only thing
The only thing that makes me want to watch these movies is seeing Chucky's funny dialogue and creativity with his kills.
I mean, obviously, but, I mean, yeah, everyone comes to these movies for Chucky. We want to see more Chucky. We don't want these bland characters who just try to act as least human as possible. I mean, Andy barely was human. in this movie. I mean, he's supposed to be a teen. He's supposed to be scared out of his wits after dealing with this doll for years, but he felt bland. But again, he was better than the bland, very bland acting we had with Alex Vincent. But honestly, I have nothing better to say about this movie other than how Chucky was actually pretty funny. And if you guys haven't noticed, in every Child's Play movie, Chucky loses his right hand. First movie, has it shot off. Second movie, he loses it to
that door that it gets it caught in.
Oh yeah, and then third movie, it gets shot off again. Huh.
Actually, in the third movie, his right hand is the one around Andy's neck. That gets cut off.
Oh. Well then, okay. Again, it was late at night, I was tired, and this was a really boring movie, so I wasn't really paying that much attention. But, other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't seen yet, right next to me is the Battlefront 2, the video game, which, an amazing channel. If you like news about them, go watch Battlefront Updates and Sylo, Star Wars Sylo, and Star Wars Headquarters. They are really good at what they do. I am a huge fan of them, and one day I wish I could actually go work with them on a collaboration on this. So if you're seeing this, guys, love your videos. Can't wait to see the next one. But other than that, again, like, subscribe, comment, and again, just like the second movie, I wouldn't bother watching this that much unless you're
a hardcore Chucky fan.
or at least trying to finish the whole season, series like we are. Next week we'll be back with the 2003 reboot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I'll have a new hat. I mean, this one is just for this week. You guys know my signature hat, the fedora, but next week I'll have a cowboy hat, because we are going back to Texas. So, we'll see you guys next week. Any final words, Cadet Derek?
I don't have any final words for this one. I'm left speechless.
Yeah. Well, good day, good night, have a great night, and we'll see you on the in the slaughterhouse. Attend hut. I salute you, all children of horror, and remember, don't get your hair cut at a military school, or you might end up like Burke, who, I guess you could say, was prestoed himself. Have a great night.